Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, so we know that usually, I mean, during the normal life, when pandemic wasn't there, if a family or a father or a mother loses their job, it brings a lot of strain on the family. And that leads to a lot of problems among, I mean, on the family. Now with the COVID pandemic, a lot of people lost their jobs. They were now sitting at home. They didn't know what to do. I mean, the economy was in shutdown. And a lot of them have still not gained or regained their employment. So they are still struggling to even take care of the family, to provide the daily need that they need. And all these things, we are aware. And even the families that suffered loss. Some people lost their parents, some people lost maybe siblings and what have you. And they are grieving within them. Some didn't even have the opportunity of even seeing them off the way that we know. And all these things has long-term implications on the life of the whole family, both parents and children.
And the bit about obesity, let's hit it now. We see already that if there's a lockdown, in countries that have had 1, 2, 3 lockdowns, you see how sometimes I've seen videos of people who are just tearing their hair out, not physically, but like not in reality, but they can't take it anymore.
Sure.
They want to go out. In the UK, we saw it when another lockdown was threatened and all of that. What has been the impact on obesity, or I should say, by COVID-19? Because we're taking stock of the fact that obesity itself is a comorbidity. Yeah. And now it appears COVID-19 itself is also creating the comorbidity.
Sure. So that has become almost like a double-edged sword. I mean, where we know obesity was actually a problem among our children, especially in the urban areas, where children don't walk to school. Right from their gate, they sit in the car, they are moved to the school. In the afternoon, they come and pick them up straight from the school to their house. No walking, no activity, nothing. Now COVID has come in, they are home. They are not even going anywhere at all. So they are home eating everything.
So now they are not even walking to the car.
They are not even walking even to the car. They are not walking to the car, they are walking to the classrooms and all that. So we realize that more and more children are also becoming obese. And we know the implication of obesity for the future. If now they are not having any challenges, in future they may develop diabetes, they may develop hypertension and other stress disorders. So all these things are things that we have realized, and the college wants the public to be aware. So we organized a public forum, which is coming on today, this afternoon, 4 p.m.
Right.
And we want as many people to tune in and listen to the experts discuss the issue. We have parents who will come around. We have developmental experts who will be on the desk or on the table to talk about the real issues that is happening in the population.
I'll let you also delve deeper into that. I mean, how people can connect and all of that. But let's finally, before we get into that, take a look at, the screen addiction bits that you spoke of. Of course, there's been also a lot of emotional dislocation.
Yeah.
Dysfunction and dislocation, because certain things that the people would do, like you're saying, we are gregarious social beings, they are no longer able to do, and so they resort to different screens, whether it's the TV, the computer, the phone. What has been the impact? What have you seen in medical circles?
Yeah, so what we know for sure is that if you expose children to the screen for longer periods, it affects their speech development.
Their speech
development.
Wow.
Or there's always speech delay. So because it's not interactive, it's just one way. It's not like you and I engaging each other.
Oh, right.
I talk to you, you talk to me, I expect you, I'm watching you, you're watching my mannerism and a few other things. Like we say, communication is not only about the words. It's about non-verbal communication. It's also key. It's also very, very important. So exposing children to the screen for a longer period causes delay in their speech. And this we have realized is on the rise. I spoke to one of the consultants in Kompanochi, a pediatric neurologist, and he kept saying that he's seeing these children more frequently than he used to. The same way I'm also seeing them in my consulting room more frequently than I used to.
It cuts across.
It cuts across the whole country. And we believe that it's because they are being exposed to the screen, they are not being allowed to interact. When children go to school, around 2-3 years, when they start going to school, they pick up a lot of vocabulary. Now they are sitting at home, so no vocabulary to pick up.
And it's really sad because some parents too, because the children are at home and maybe
they want to have time for themselves. They just hand them over the screen.
They give you
and in fact,
the tablet, the phone.
It happens every now and then. I mean, children will come to you in the hospital consulting room and they are holding their mother's phones, they are holding tablets, they are not interacting with you, they are just playing. You take it away from them and they will throw tantrums, and they are addicted to the screen. It's what we call screen addiction. Some adults are even addicted to the screen because during the lockdown and they were home, they were always free to the screen, on Facebook, WhatsApp, and these things are addictive. So the more you engage in it, the more you continue to engage in it, you become more addicted to it. And it's having an impact in the way people relate to each other. Even at home, siblings will be there and everybody will be in his room or sitting at the hall on their phones. You go out with friends, everybody is on his phone. No longer
all of us, doesn't it?
Yeah, it happens to all of us.
You go out and you're interacting more with your phone than the
person that you are out with.
So